Hello there. The Tory leadership race is underway, and by far the most interesting aspect thus far is the distancing of all 6 of the lousy hopefuls from Reform UK leader Nigel Farage. This is not entirely surprising, as recent polling suggests Farage has dropped to a negative 27% favourability rating amongst 2024 Conservative voters. His favourability remains very high with 2024 Reform voters, but seeing as this is a leadership contest voted on by Conservative Party members, it makes perfect sense for all candidates to play to that particular gallery. This alienation of Farage has caused certain voices in the Reform Party to start gobbing off in defence of their Lord and Saviour. 30p Lee Anderson is one of those voices, but he believes the Tory leadership hopefuls should be looking towards him for inspiration. Can you believe that? Let's take a look.
Lee Anderson joins me now, Reform UK MP. Lee, thank you very much. Look, is Nigel being banned from joining the Conservative Party? A little bit like me being banned from Papua New Guinea. I didn't want to go anyway.
Well, I'll put it this way, Patrick. I don't suppose that Nigel's actually losing any sleep over this. And I look at some of my ex-colleagues, which are classed as friends as well, a little bit disappointed with them, Patrick. Look at the all of I think there's 6 of them in the leadership contest. Me personally, I've got a bigger majority than all of them, apart from Kemi, but I've got a bigger vote share than Kemi. So they need to look at people like me in places like Ashfield, in the Red Wall, and look to see why I won my seat, why Nigel won his seat, and Richard and James and Rupert, and look at...
Oh, God. I mean, before we get into the bare bones of this, I'll just be a little bit nitpicky because, of course, Lee Anderson's grip on the facts is loose, to say the very least. It's actually Tom Tugendhat who has the largest majority of all of the candidates, and larger than Lee Anderson as well. Perhaps, a bit of a nitpicky correction, but I think it's important to point out this guy's just wrong about everything. Absolutely everything, including very basic minor facts. But there we are. So my first question would be, what the hell is he talking about? The 6 MPs running for Tory leader all won their seats, obviously. They all defeated Reform candidates in their constituencies. So why would they need to seek inspiration from Reform candidates, the 5 Reform candidates, who happen to have won their seats? Tom Tugendhat defeated his Reform opponent by 13,000 votes. Kemi Badenoch, 12,000 votes. James Cleverly, 6,000 votes. Priti Patel, 9,000 votes. Robert Jenrick, 12,000 votes. And Mel Stride defeated his Reform opponent by 9,000 votes. What Anderson is failing to grasp is this is not a general election. They are attempting to appeal to the Tory membership, generally more affluent people. They aren't attempting to appeal to the disillusioned people of Ashfield, Clacton or Great Yarmouth, who have largely been conned by the politics of division. Suella Braverman is the perfect example of a politician who ran for the leadership, and she may deny she ran for the leadership, but she was involved, using the Lee Anderson playbook, and she couldn't even scramble together enough support amongst her fellow MPs to be nominated. Lee Anderson's head is so far up his own backside, he cannot see what's in front of him. The Reform Party are deeply unpopular amongst the Tory membership, and any leadership candidate seeking inspiration from 30p Lee will be eliminated pretty rapidly. But this persistent bluster and nonsense from Lee Anderson is brought about by this overinflated sense of his own importance. But it does actually lead to a very important question. The eventual winner of this race has a serious decision to make. We all know general elections are won from the centre in the United Kingdom, with the exception perhaps of 2019, which was just an all-round mess. Whilst Reform UK exists, the Conservative Party are destined to remain out of office for the foreseeable future. But to move the Conservative Party into Lee Anderson territory would also doom them to defeat for many general elections to come. To be defeated from the centre, or to be defeated from the right, that is honestly the predicament facing the new Tory leader. I am going to be defeated, but which part of the political spectrum am I going to be defeated from? Thank you for watching, folks. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you again soon.